How everybody doing?
All right, Quadric, how tough is it to finish your career with a loss like that tonight?
I mean, as a football player, it hurts. As a competitive person, it hurts to lose at any time. But I would say the person who's been through a long college journey, I'm just blessed to be on the field in general. 'Cause I know I could be anywhere doing anything, but I was blessed to play the game that I love on a collegiate level, which is something I'll be proud of no matter whether we're losing or winning. But obviously, you like to win.
Quad, what are the emotions going like for you before the game, and then obviously going out the game as well, knowing it's your last game?
I mean, going into the game, my emotions are always, mellow, just getting ready to prepare for battle and everything. But I would say, outside of the battle mindset, it was a bunch of mixed emotions. Being happy, I'm getting to play the game that I love, but also seeing that it's coming to an end. Like, everybody's football career comes to an end, but you never know once you leave the college stage whether it's the end for you, like finally, or you're going to the next stage to continue your journey. But once the clock hits 0 and I'm walking into the locker room, everything starts to settle in, and you're starting to, acknowledge that this is the end of my college career. Now it's time to focus on the next level.
Quad, what lessons have you learned as a leader through a season as adverse and tough as this one that you hope to take to the next level?
The one thing I learned is from really much from Coach Ingram. I would say he's a team pastor when it comes to being all biblical and things like that. But the one thing he really enforces, God works in mysterious ways. Everything he does is for a reason. Nothing is done by mistake or accident. It's all for a reason. So this season, the wins and losses, there are things that we could control, but there's some things that's in God's hands. So injuries, things like that, that's in God's hands. It's written in His script that this is supposed to happen to you at this time, and it's just Him testing your character. And I would say that this year it really tests that when things are going hard, will you quit? And obviously, despite the losses that we took, we fought to the end. That's one thing I can say UCF has done time in and time out. No matter how hard this situation was going, we still fought to the end, which I'm glad to be a part of.
What are the emotions you're feeling for your teammate R.J. Harvey?
Man, I feel real bad for him because honestly, the one record that he did break, I was happy to see it. But before the game even started, probably yesterday, I was just thinking about the game myself, visualizing myself making plays and things like that. But I was like, I want RJ to get the rushing touchdown record as well. So in my head, I'm like, if I go out there and get a pick, I'm going out there, I'll take it all the way back and kneel at the 1 yard line just so RJ can get another rushing touchdown to get that record. So. I mean, I feel for him, but I know he's going to do great things at the next level, and he has a great head on his shoulders, and he's one person that I look forward to seeing on the big screen.
What has it meant to you to work with Addison Williams over the course of your career and this season that saw him take up the defensive coordinator position yet?
I would say it's a blessing. There's not many coaches that you see that are, I would say, living proof of. I would say when your name is called, step up to the plate. Coach Addy, he was a defensive coordinator last year, and things didn't work out too well. He stepped back from the defense position. They brought in a new coach, but he didn't complain. He didn't say, oh, they're trying me or this and that. But he stepped back. He took in the role as being a DB coach, and he played his role. And then when things changed and they needed him again, he stepped up to the plate. And I feel like the defense outside of the losses, if you look at the stats, the defense has played really very well in the last couple games. And my hat is tipped off to Coach Addy because he taught me when your number is called to make a statement. And I take that back to sophomore year where I was, like I said, I was at the bottom of the depth chart. And Coach Addy just told me keep going to practice, keep going day by day, him and Coach Gibbs. And, I am where I am now.
Last year you guys struggled at the 0-5 stretch of the season. You were able to rally and go 3-1 in November. What made this year different? Why weren't you guys able to kind of get things turned around as the year wore on?
Honestly, I can't even give you a valid reason for that. I mean, things change, teams change, and you just got to adapt. Whether you win or lose, I mean, it's going to be a hard-fought battle to the end either way. So the outcome is the outcome, but we fought to the end.
Wow, how do you hope you will be remembered at UCF?
I hope to be remembered as, I would say, an inspirational piece for the younger guys, because I know going into college, a lot of young players, they see other freshmen at other schools, getting tons of playing time and things like that. I don't want them to get discouraged, because my freshman year, I didn't get a lot of playing time as well, but I played special teams. You have to find your way to get onto the field, no matter how small it is. So special teams is a great way for the younger guys to fill in those roles and travel and still learn while actually being on the sideline and things like that. And don't give up. Be persistent and consistent in what you do, because when your number is called, that means the coaches trust you to a certain extent, that they're putting you out there on the big stage. So when your number's called, you know what to do.
They always say that the last moment you have on the field is so surreal that it really encompasses you. How was that moment for you?
Honestly, despite the loss, I wasn't sad. I was more, I would say, captivated by the accomplishments I made coming from where I'm from. I came from a neighborhood that's notorious for, I would say, a bad reputation, but I still find a way to make it to the collegiate level, be the first person to graduate in my family in college, and I mean, I can't be more happy and more blessed for anything else.
Kind of on that note, you came in here 5 years ago as a boy. You're leaving as a man, UCF graduate. What will be your fondest memories of your years at UCF?
I would just say the funny moments we had, like the defensive meeting room. Yeah, we always talk business there, but we always had, I would say, a joking atmosphere or a fun atmosphere that felt like family. There was never a moment where we walked in there and it was quiet. We were always, either talking smack about playing the game together or something like that. But it was always a family atmosphere, and I know that's something that's hard to replicate outside of being in a team environment, and that's something I want to miss going into my following years.
Do a couple more. Quad, I know you're heading out here, but what do you think of this UCS program moving forward in the future?
UCF has a bright future. Like, don't let one season discourage you. Like you can see, Colorado, they had a bad season last year, and look at them. They're one of the top teams in the Big 12. It's all about going about things year by year. You can't take 1 year and be like, oh yeah, UCF is going to be bad for the rest of the year. That's not how things work. Teams change, people change, and you can see in the other facilities and things like that.
What's the difference between the Quadric Bullard that first stepped on this UCF campus versus the one we're looking at right now?
I'll say the Quadric Bullard that first stepped on campus, he was, careless. He didn't really I would say, immerse himself in the college experience. He didn't really take initiative and do things like, I would say my freshman year, I felt late to an enormous amount of meetings and lists and things like that. I didn't take it serious, all because came in, they were like, oh, this season doesn't count. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't care. But that kind of hurt me going into my sophomore year, because I carried it over. But, Coach T. Will, Coach Addy, and Coach Gibbs, they wouldn't let me play that game. So it kind of helped me grow up. And the Quadric Bullard now, he's seeing the bigger picture of what football can do for you outside of the athletic ability, being able to use your influence and give back to somebody else who's less fortunate, or to use the knowledge that you have to help others, or like things of that nature. Just being able to help somebody else and not be so self-centered while also doing what you need to do.
Thanks, Quad. Best of luck.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Thank you.